Good morning, this is Chris from Dan330.com, and today we are making cranberry jelly.
How do you know it's jelly?
Because
No,
jam don't shake like that.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry, you said cranberry, not crabapple.
Well, is there really that big of a difference?
Yes.
Yeah, there is. This isn't cranberry, it's crabapple. So,
Should we do another take, or let's just let this
let's
go?
just roll with this. This
Okay,
is fine.
let's go.
This is what it's
What are
really.
you
This is
doing?
really what it's like when you. So right now we're just simmering our apples. We picked them.
Our cranberries.
Yeah, our cranberries, whatever you want to call these.
Okay,
The cranberries that came off of a crab apple tree.
Okay.
Okay. And what we're doing is just making a juice. And to start, we cut off the peel or the stem and the flower ends, and then chop them up into small pieces. And what you're seeing here is we put them in, put some hot water, bring it to a boil, then we're gonna let it simmer for 10 minutes. That simmering is gonna make a juice. We're gonna either put it through a jelly bag, or you can use 3 layers of cheesecloth, just let it drip into a bowl. You're gonna use that juice to make your jelly. And basically you combine that juice with some sugar and some pectin, and we'll show you those steps in a minute here, but this is the first part, and it's starting to smell really good around here.
Okay. Well,
It's a very tart cranberry.
yes.
Appley,
Hot from a
sir.
So,
tree.
so I'll stir that for you so you can't see what it looks like here, but you can see we're starting to get mushy, and look at that color.
Oh, yeah.
I think it smells like the state fair. Ooh.
But like fresh,
Yeah.
not like the corn dog and
No. Like
the
stale beer on the ground smell of the
These
state
are
fair.
cranberries on a stick
Cranberries on
from
a
a
stick.
tree.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, so we've been simmering the cranberry, it's actually crabapple juice, for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, as you can see, it's almost a syrup. We got some chunks in it. We're just gonna mush it up. I have my very high-tech musher here, and we're gonna do this, and then another 10 minutes, or another 5 minutes of simmering, and we're gonna be done with this step. So, well, look how it's coming along. Isn't that kind of neat? Okay, the next step, now that we've made our juice, is or mash, we're going to strain it to get our juice. And you can see here we just have a jelly bag. Cheesecloth will also work. This is a little stand, you could just tie a bowl and hang it over a bowl if you wanted to as well. We've got our jars sanitizing right now. We're just gonna give them a 10-minute boiling water bath, and then we're gonna put them in the oven at 250 degrees just to hold their temperature. So when we put hot items into it, we're not gonna crack the glass. And then we'll lid them, boil them again to sanitize, and we'll be done.
Okay. Can you give us a demo?
Sure. So here's our crab apples. Pour them in the jelly
From the
bag.
cranberry pond.
Yep, that's it. And you can see the juice running out the bottom. It's a
So how many times have you done this?
Um,
This time.
this one and 3 more will be 4.
Okay. So you're pretty much an expert at this point.
Oh yeah. But I know how to follow directions. So the recipe we're doing today is Certo's, and it's right off their packs that you buy. I'll show you the box when we're done.
Okay. And how long does this take? We don't know.
I don't know, it appears to be more than a couple minutes at this point, so we'll find out.
Okay.
All right, so we've got 5 cups of our juice, and you can see it in this pot here. That's what it looks like.
It doesn't seem like much for all the work we've done so far, does it?
We measured it out, that's exactly 5 cups.
Okay.
And
So this is a lot like doing maple syrup.
yeah, that's all we got. So what the recipe calls for is 5 cups of our juice that we made, 7.5 cups of sugar, and 1 pouch of Certo. And what we're gonna do is, I'm preparing the cans right now. It took a little bit of time for the juice to all drip through the cloth, so we're just waiting. Right now you can see our lids. These are gonna just simmer like this for about 20 minutes or so. And I've got my bottles doing a 10-minute water bath to sanitize them. The oven's ready. As soon as our bottles are done, I'm gonna bring them in the oven. Then we're gonna make our jelly. We're doing it that way so we can hot pack the cans right away as soon as the jelly's done. So we'll show you that in a second. But that's how we're getting set up. All right, we're gonna start. So I've got everything measured out, and here we go. So I've got my juice, my big pot here, and I've got the sugar that we're gonna stick in.
You sure that's enough sugar?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how this is all gonna dissolve in there, but we're gonna find out in a second. So we're gonna turn the heat on, get the thing mixing, and then we're gonna mix that together. And somehow, by some sort of weird magic, this is going to all turn into a liquid.
Is this how
dissolves
airplanes
in.
fly too?
Yep.
Magic?
Yeah, most people don't know that we're both pilots, and they don't tell you this until you start getting your advanced licenses, but the magic's actually up in the tail.
It's in the tail?
Yep. Kind of on the right side.
See, I'm old, I forgot that, so. And then what do? You bring this to a rolling boil?
Yep, so I'm mixing this right now till it all mixes together. And then we're gonna bring this to a rolling boil. And a rolling boil is when you stir and the boiling continues. It's not boiling until that happens, a rolling boil until that
That
happens.
sounds like a definition.
Yep,
Is that what that is?
write that down. Yep. So we're dissolved. So this is actually our jelly
Good jelly.
right there.
Okay. And when do you add the Certo? Pectin.
We're going to bring this to a rolling boil, boil it hard, stirring constantly for 1 minute, and then we're going to add in the pectin,
Okay.
stir another 1 minute with a rolling boil, remove it for our heat, we're going to pack our cans, seal them, boil them again in a bath, and we're done. Okay, so we are at a full rolling boil, we're stirring it for a minute. This is what a rolling boil looks like. 10 seconds left. And we're going to pour in our Certo. Stir that in.
Is that where more magic happens?
Yep. Helps make it into a jelly.
Not a jam.
Jelly don't shake like that.
Jam don't shake like that.
And we're back up to our rolling boil, so 1 minute now.
And then what?
Remove from heat, we're gonna pack our cans.
Wow.
All right, what I'm doing here is finishing, we just made our syrup, I scooped off the foam, and I'm pouring the jelly into the jars. We're leaving about a ½ inch of head space above. And you can pour it in right now. So you can see a little bit of this process. So we just took these right out of the oven.
Look at this.
Almost perfect. Okay.
Now what? Grab a
Lid
lid.
on top. And you just fingertip tighten it. Just gonna let anything, the air escape
Yep.
out while it's heating
Okay.
up. All right, so what you saw, these little bubbles right here, this is actually the air coming out of the jars. That's not the water boiling. The water's not quite boiling yet. But that's good because they're heating up, the air's expanding, it's coming out, and then eventually steam is gonna replace the air inside those jars as the jelly starts to boil again inside the water here. We want to make sure that you have at least 1 to 2 inches of water on the top of those jars, otherwise you need to add some more boiling water to the pot. With the jellies, it's a 5-minute bath. With the jams, it's 10 minutes. Sometimes the water baths determine the temperature. These are really acidic, so we're not going to worry about adding any other preservatives to them for that reason. So we're just going to make sure you get a good bath here, pull them out, and in 24 hours just make sure all those caps pop, but it's rare to have them pop.
How do you know if they pop?
I'll show you, but basically there's a little dimple on the top. If the dimple is down, it's popped.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we just pulled them out of the hot water bath, and you can see this is it.
Still bubbling in there. That's very cool. The finished product.
Yep, so we'll let these set. They should set within a day. And we've got jelly. Okay, I just wanted to show you this. This is my mess I made, and I poured the stuff in the jars. I went and touch it to take a little taste of it, and it's excellent, by the way. But look at, we already have jelly. Isn't that cool? It's already jellied. So this can be a successful batch. It tastes great. It's already jellied even before it's.
Even the mess is good.
Yeah, even the mess is good.